Welcome to my views and news. Another video for you. First news story is from Kobo viewers. Intense fighting is ongoing once again close to Kobo city. Tigray forces announced their withdrawal from Kobo Robert Gobiye a few days ago. Formally, Tigray government announced the withdrawal. What is this which is happening near Kobo? Is TDF interested in retaking Kobo, or does it want to stop Ethiopian federal forces and Amhara forces from entering southern Tigray? I have details for you. Secondly, viewers, a few hours ago I reported about an Eritrean athletics team coach who sought asylum in the US in August after Eritrean team participated in World Athletics Championships held in Oregon, US. Now we have a new story about some Eritrean cyclists, 5 of them who have sought asylum in Australia. Thirdly, Benishngul Gumuz region of Ethiopia, where in an attack some local government officials have been killed. Gumuz fighters have been operating in BG and OLA fighters as well for years. Firstly, viewers, Kobo. Tigray regional government has formally announced the withdrawal of its forces from Kobo Robert, Gobiye, Voldia. Not Voldia, surroundings of Voldia, Gobiye. TDF was not in Voldia. And then we saw withdrawal. Tigray forces withdrew from Kobo Robert, Gobiye. But if you remember, in a detailed video about front lines, I shared with you the places which were under the control of Tigray forces in Wollo. I reported about Jamedo, that Tigray forces were in control of Jamedo to the west of Kobo, and parts of Zobel to the east of Kobo as well were under TDF control. Why is that TDF did not withdraw from Zobel and from Jamedo? Question is, why didn't Tigray forces withdraw from parts of Zobel and Jamedo? Firstly, renewed fighting is ongoing near Kobo. Not in Kobo city, but near Kobo it is being said. Obviously in Wollo on Amhara side of Amhara-Tigray border. Is TDF planning to once again enter Kobo? Well, firstly, yesterday and day before yesterday, we received reports about some push from Amhara forces and ENDF towards Vaja and Tamoga. Tamoga is to the north of Vaja, between Vaja and Alamata. Amhara forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force, militias, they were trying to enter southern Tigray through Vaja, through Tamoga, then onwards to Alamata. So what we have learned is that in order to force Amhara forces, ENDF, back from Vaja and Tamoga, TDF has launched this offensive in Kobo surroundings. Because strategic high places to the east and west of Kobo, Zobel and Jamedo are under Tigray control. That is why TDF did not withdraw from these high places. Because Tigray forces were expecting a ground offensive from Wollo into southern Tigray towards Alamata. So that is why they did not withdraw from high places. And now when ENDF Amhara forces are trying to enter southern Tigray, TDF has launched attacks, shelling from Jamedo, from Zobel in Kobo surroundings. TDF will not try to take control of Kobo, Robert Gobia once again. No. What I have learned is that TDF only wants to make ENDF Amhara forces retreat from Timoga Vaja. Secondly, viewers, Eritrean athletes, Eritrean sportsmen are seeking asylums abroad. A few hours ago, I reported about Berhe Esgedom, Eritrean athletics team coach who has sought asylum in the US. He and his team were part of World Athletics Championships held in Oregon, US in July. And after that, he went missing, and now he is in the US. He has sought asylum there. Now we have received reports about some Eritrean cyclists who have sought asylum in Australia. Udulas is an Eritrean website. This website is reporting that 6 Eritrean cyclists have sought asylum in Australia. And the 6 Eritrean cyclists include a girl as well. They participated in last month's World Cycling Race, which was held in New South Wales, Australia. And there, these cyclists, they just went missing. They ran off the track and they refused to return to Eritrea. Now, reportedly, different organizations are raising funds to support these cyclists financially, morally, and they have been transported from New South Wales to Sydney, where their asylum cases will be considered by the government. So, it means that whenever Eritrean athletes, Eritrean cyclists, they get an opportunity, they try to seek asylums abroad. I think Eritrean government must see why is that people are fleeing Eritrea. If you keep on denying facts, it does not mean that facts don't exist. World is watching. Eritreans living abroad watching. When Eritrean athletes went missing in Oregon, US, we saw massive campaign from Eritrean activists denying, rejecting the news as false news. Later you saw that the news was not false. And once again, now we're seeing the same in Australia, where these Eritrean athletes have sought asylum reportedly. Lastly, viewers, Benishngul Gumuz region of Ethiopia, destabilized region because it has been fighting Gumuz fighters for years. OLA, Oromo Liberation Army, has also its presence in BG. OLA and BG fighters, Gumuz fighters, have been fighting in collaboration. BG, very strategic region because it has a good, grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. It shares border with South Sudan as well. And there is deployment of large number of Ethiopian National Defense Force, regional forces to BG because there is a GERD there. And we know that Sudan and Egypt, they have been accused by Ethiopian government of trying to destabilize BG because the two countries have been opposing GERD. And Gumuz fighters, they attack government officials. After every few weeks, we receive such reports. Today's report is from Mandora district of BG, where reportedly in an attack, 6 local government officials have been killed. One is district administrator. Gumuz fighters have not claimed responsibility, but government officials say that Gumuz fighters are behind the attack on government officials and 6 casualties are being confirmed in BG. Thank you.